Have you ever wondered why some people seem to stay sharp, active, and full of life well into their 80s while others start to decline in their 60s? No matter how careful they are with their health, we often chalk it up to luck or good genes. But what if the difference isn't something in your DNA, but something much simpler? What if it's hiding in your daily routine in the few places you don't think to wash? For decades, most of us have followed the same hygiene habits: a quick shower, brush your teeth, maybe slap on a little lotion, and that's it. It feels familiar, it feels complete. But according to recent research in geriatric health, neglecting just a few small parts of the body during your daily wash could quietly be undermining your immune system, weakening circulation, and even increasing your risk of heart disease, diabetes complications, and cognitive decline. The truth is, your body is whispering clues every day, and sometimes it's whispering from the places we forget to clean. I'll admit I never thought much about these hidden hygiene zones either. Not until I had a conversation with Dr. Emma Harris, a specialist who's worked with older adults for over 30 years. What she shared changed everything. I thought I knew about aging and self-care, and today I want to share that with you. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 body parts that most people overlook, but that hold powerful secrets to feeling better, moving easier, and aging more gracefully. No expensive treatments, no fancy products, just a few extra minutes a day that could have a lifelong impact. So if you've been wondering why your energy feels lower than it used to, if you've noticed little changes in balance, breath, or even how food tastes, or if you're simply looking for better ways to support your body as you age, you're in the right place. Stick with me, because what you're about to learn may completely transform how you think about your health. One small habit at a time. Have you ever brushed your teeth, rinsed thoroughly, and still felt like your mouth wasn't quite fresh? You're not alone, and the missing step might just be sitting quietly in plain sight. Your tongue, most people don't realize this, but your tongue isn't just for taste or speech. It's a dense surface full of grooves, papillae, and crevices that over time can collect an incredible amount of bacteria. And as we age, the body's natural ability to regulate this buildup weakens. That's why poor tongue hygiene doesn't just lead to bad breath, it can actually contribute to inflammation, infections, and even cardiovascular issues. In fact, several studies have found that harmful bacteria on the tongue can enter the bloodstream through tiny cuts in the gums or oral tissue, increasing the risk of heart disease and systemic inflammation. It also affects your sense of taste, your digestion, and your immune system's workload. Just a few minutes a day spent cleaning your tongue can lead to fresher breath that lasts throughout the day, a stronger immune system with fewer inflammatory triggers, better digestion as food begins to taste more vibrant and satisfying again, fewer infections, especially oral and respiratory. Linda, 68, lives just outside Denver and spent her career working in public libraries. She's the kind of person who never misses a dental appointment and takes pride in her self-care. But a few months ago, she noticed something: her food wasn't tasting quite the same. Her morning coffee felt dull, and she often had to reheat her meals just to smell them properly. At first, she thought it was just aging, but during a regular dental checkup, her dentist gently suggested she try tongue scraping just once a day, using a small, flexible plastic scraper you can find at any pharmacy. Honestly, I didn't expect much, Linda told us. But after about 2 weeks, it was like I got my mouth back. My breath felt fresher, food tasted richer, and even my energy improved. What changed? By simply removing that layer of bacteria and dead cells from her tongue each morning and night, Linda reduced the load her immune system was quietly battling every day. How to start tongue cleaning simply and safely. It only takes a couple of minutes. Here's a routine that works well for older adults. Use a gentle tongue scraper, not your toothbrush. Start from the back of the tongue and pull forward gently, 3 to 5 times. Rinse the scraper and your mouth thoroughly with water or mouthwash. Repeat daily, preferably in the morning before breakfast and lightly again at night. Avoid pressing too hard. Think of it like wiping dust off a polished surface, gentle but consistent. Remember, a clean tongue is like a clean window. It lets everything through more clearly, from flavor to breath to long-term health. This tiny change can have a big impact. So if tongue cleaning hasn't been part of your routine, now's the perfect time to start. Try it for a week, and you might be surprised at how much better you feel, starting from your mouth all the way through your body. So yes, your tongue may be small, but it plays a mighty role in how you feel, heal, and even connect with others. And now that we've cleared up the part of the body that helps you taste life more fully, it's time to move down to the part that helps you stand tall, stay balanced, and keep moving forward every single day. Because if your tongue is the gateway to what goes into your body, then your feet are the foundation that carries you through life. The surprising link between your feet and your heart, brain, and immune system, and why ignoring them could quietly be stealing your independence. We often take our feet for granted until they start to hurt, but for older adults, your feet are far more than a pair of shoes to fill. They are the foundation of your mobility, your balance, and your independence. Think about it: every step you take, every time you rise from a chair or walk across the room, your feet are working silently to keep you upright, stable, and safe. But here's what most people don't realize. Poor foot hygiene can quietly set off a chain reaction of health problems, from skin infections and nerve pain to reduced circulation, falls, and even cardiovascular issues. Why foot health declines with age? As we age, several things happen that affect our feet. Circulation slows down, making it harder for wounds to heal, and increasing the risk of cold feet, numbness, or swelling. The skin becomes thinner and drier, making cracks and sores more common. Nerve sensitivity can decrease, especially in people with diabetes, meaning you might not feel a small blister until it becomes a serious infection. Foot muscles weaken, contributing to poor balance and a higher risk of falls, one of the leading causes of hospitalization in older adults. And all of this, it can start with something as simple as skipping proper foot cleaning and care. The overlooked danger of quick showers. Most people rinse their feet in the shower and assume that's enough, but rinsing isn't washing, and fungus, bacteria, and dead skin cells can accumulate in places that water doesn't always reach. The warm, moist environment inside your socks and shoes is the perfect breeding ground for athletes' foot fungal, toenail infections, painful cracks between the toes, ulcers that won't heal, especially for diabetics, and worse, these problems don't always hurt right away. They creep in silently. Real life how Thomas took back control. Thomas, 73, a retired carpenter, always prided himself on staying active. He walked every morning and still did light yard work until one summer he noticed an itchy spot between his toes that didn't go away. He ignored it for weeks, then came the redness, the cracking, the pain. His doctor diagnosed it as a fungal infection and told him it could have been prevented with just 2 extra minutes a day. That moment changed everything. Thomas started a simple nightly habit, gently washing his feet with a mild soap, drying carefully between his toes, and applying a thin layer of moisturizer to prevent cracks. Within a month, not only did the infection disappear, but his feet felt stronger. His walking was steadier, and he even said he felt more confident just getting up and moving around. The benefits of caring for your feet daily. When you show your feet just a little love each day, here's what happens. Reduced infections. No more surprise, rashes, cracks, or fungi. Improved circulation. Warmer toes, better balance, stronger mobility, less stiffness, more confidence when walking. Better posture. Your feet affect your entire skeletal alignment. A sense of independence. Because walking without fear is freedom, and yes, it feels good. Just like brushing your teeth gives you that clean, fresh feeling, proper foot care gives you comfort and peace of mind that's hard to describe. Simple daily foot care. Routine for adults over 60. You don't need fancy products or a spa day. Just do this: wash thoroughly. Use lukewarm water and a soft cloth. Get between the toes. Dry gently. Pat dry, especially between your toes. Moisture breeds infection. Moisturize wisely. Use lotion on tops and soles, never between the toes. Inspect your feet. Look for cuts, blisters, discoloration, or swelling. Wear clean, breathable socks. Cotton or moisture-wicking fabric is best. Choose well-fitting shoes. Supportive, non-slip, and comfortable. Keep your foundation strong. Your feet have carried you through life. Isn't it time you return the favor? Start tonight. Take 5 extra minutes and treat your feet like the foundation they are. And now that we've taken care of what holds you up, it's time to talk about a surprising part of your body that helps your immune system, your hormones, and even your confidence. But most people never clean it the right way. Let's head to a small area with big impact: your underarms. We often think of our underarms in one simple way: a place to apply deodorant and move on with our day. But what if I told you this overlooked area is quietly playing a powerful role in your immune system every single day, and most people don't even realize it? Your underarms are home to a dense cluster of lymph nodes, which are part of your body's natural defense system. They help filter toxins, drain waste, and fight off infections. But when this area becomes clogged with sweat product residue and bacteria, it's like jamming up a filter. Your body can't drain waste as effectively, and your immune system has to work harder just to keep up. The good news, a few extra seconds of care each day can make a world of difference. The overlooked benefits of proper underarm hygiene. When you start giving your underarms more attention beyond a quick swipe of soap and deodorant, you're doing more than freshening up. You're supporting one of the most important lymphatic drainage points in your body. The benefits ripple outward: reduced inflammation and fewer skin rashes, especially in older adults whose skin is more sensitive. Less persistent body odor, since odor-causing bacteria are removed before they build up. Improved immune resilience by keeping lymph nodes free from congestion. And maybe most importantly, a boost in daily comfort. No more irritation bumps or stickiness from trapped moisture or clogged pores. Meet Gloria, age 69. Gloria, a retired librarian from Arizona, never gave her underarms much thought. She showered daily, used antiperspirant, and assumed that was enough. But over time, she began noticing persistent irritation, small red bumps, occasional itching, and a strange tired ache under her arms that made her uneasy. She even switched deodorants multiple times, thinking she might have developed a sensitivity. During a routine checkup, her doctor mentioned something surprising, that her underarm discomfort might be linked to lymphatic congestion. Gloria was stunned. She'd never heard of that. With some gentle guidance, she added a simple step to her hygiene routine, using a soft cloth to gently clean her underarms in circular motions, rinsing thoroughly, then drying carefully before applying any product. Within 2 weeks, the irritation disappeared, but even more noticeably, she said she began to feel lighter, as if something was moving better in her body. That dull ache under her arms was gone. Her doctor explained it this way: when your lymph system flows well, your whole body functions better. Even your energy and sleep can improve. How to care for your underarms the right way. So what's the best way to support this hidden immune ally? Wash gently, not aggressively. Use warm water and a mild unscented cleanser. Your underarm skin is delicate, so treat it with the same care you'd give your face. Move in small circular motions with your fingers or a soft cloth to lift away sweat product buildup and bacteria. Rinse fully and pat dry. Don't leave soap residue behind. This can dry the skin and cause irritation. After rinsing gently, pat the area dry, especially in the folds where moisture can hide. Let it breathe before applying products. Give your underarms a few minutes to air out before applying deodorant or antiperspirant. This allows your skin to fully dry and your pores to settle, reducing the risk of buildup or inflammation. Avoid harsh deodorants. If you're sensitive, if you're experiencing itching or burning, consider switching to a fragrance-free, aluminum-free formula, or skip deodorant for a few days while your skin resets. Occasional detox helps. Once a week, try a gentle exfoliation with baking soda and water, or a clay-based mask to help pull out residual product buildup. A small habit, a powerful impact. Most people would never think their underarms could affect their overall health, but when you understand the connection to your lymphatic system, it starts to make sense. The cleaner and healthier your underarm area is, the better your body can detox naturally. And that's especially important after 60, when circulation and immune function begin to slow down. It's a small act of care that can give you more energy, better comfort, and fewer minor infections that sap your strength. And now that we've taken care of this vital drainage point, it's time to turn our attention to another area that affects your breathing, sleep, and even your memory. And yet most people forget it exists until something goes wrong. Let's talk about your nose. When was the last time you thought about your nose, not how it looks, but how well it works? You might not realize it, but every breath you take carries more than just oxygen. It brings in dust, bacteria, allergens, and your nose stands guard, filtering the air before it reaches your lungs. But what happens when this natural filter gets clogged or neglected? As we get older, nasal passages tend to dry out. Mucus thickens, inflammation becomes more common. And all of this can quietly take a toll, not just on your breathing, but on your sleep, focus, and immune health. So here's the question: is poor nasal hygiene quietly draining your energy each day? Why your nose matters more than you think. Did you know that we breathe over 20,000 times a day? Each of those breaths passes through a system designed to protect your entire body, your nose. It humidifies, filters, and warms the air, protecting your lungs and boosting oxygen flow to your brain. But just like an air filter at home, it only works well when it's clean. What happens when it's not? You might snore more, wake up tired, or struggle to sleep deeply. You may feel foggy or fatigued during the day. Your risk of colds, sinus infections, or even cognitive decline can rise. So if you've been feeling more tired lately, could it be because you're simply not breathing as well as you used to? James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker, had chalked up his constant congestion and fatigue to aging. "I just assumed being stuffy at night was normal for my age," he told me. But when a friend suggested daily nasal rinsing, James was skeptical. Still, he gave it a shot, starting with a simple saline spray in the morning and before bed. "And what changed, I started waking up feeling clear, like a fog had lifted," he said. "Even my thinking during the day was sharper. I didn't realize how much my breathing had been holding me back." Isn't it amazing how something so small, just a spray or rinse, can make such a difference? So how can you care for this powerful filter? Here's a simple routine that takes just a couple of minutes a day. Saline spray. Morning and night, gently flush out allergens and bacteria. It's like a refreshing rinse for your nose. Warm steam inhalation. Breathe in steam from a shower or a bowl of hot water. Add eucalyptus oil for a soothing boost. Use a neti pot, optional. If you deal with allergies or chronic sinus issues, this saltwater flush can clear out stubborn buildup. Moisturize when needed. If your nose feels dry or irritated, a dab of coconut oil or vitamin E inside each nostril helps keep tissues soft and healthy. Blow gently, one nostril at a time. Avoid forcing air or overblowing, which can damage tissues or trap mucus deeper. You might wonder, is this really worth it? Well, here's what many older adults have noticed. Clearer breathing throughout the day, deeper, more restful sleep at night, sharper mental clarity thanks to better oxygen flow, fewer sinus headaches and less stuffiness, less snoring or dry mouth from nighttime mouth breathing. So the better question might be, why haven't we made this a daily habit sooner? Now that you're breathing easier, feeling more refreshed, and supporting your immune system from the top down? Let me ask, when was the last time you cleaned your belly button? It sounds silly, even a little strange, but the truth is, your navel can harbor bacteria, dead skin, and sweat, especially as we age and skin folds deepen. And believe it or not, poor hygiene in this tiny crevice can lead to odors, infections, or even rashes. Let's explore this often forgotten spot and why taking just 60 seconds a day can restore comfort and cleanliness to the center of your body. When was the last time you gave your belly button a little attention? Be honest, it's one of those places we often overlook. We wash our face, scrub our feet, maybe even moisturize our elbows. But that tiny spot right at the center of our body, most of us barely give it a second thought. And yet your navel is more than just a childhood reminder of where life began. It's also a trap for sweat, dead skin, oil, and bacteria. Left uncleaned, it becomes a perfect breeding ground for odor, irritation, and sometimes even infection. So let me ask you, could your belly button be causing discomfort and you don't even realize it? Why the navel matters more than you think. As we age, our skin loses elasticity and the folds around the abdomen become more pronounced. If you've put on a little belly weight over the years, and who hasn't, your navel may become deeper and more prone to trapping moisture and bacteria. In fact, a 2012 study from North Carolina State University found that the average belly button can host over 60 types of bacteria, and in some people that number shoots over 200. Most are harmless. But when hygiene is neglected, those microorganisms can cause musty or sour odors that persist despite showering, redness or irritation in or around the navel, skin infections, particularly for people with diabetes or lowered immunity, unusual discharge or crusting if bacteria or yeast build up unchecked. And if you've ever noticed a lingering smell on your shirt or waistband, chances are it wasn't your laundry detergent. Meet Jane, the 78-year-old who reclaimed her midsection. Jane, a 78-year-old retiree and proud grandmother of 6, shared a story that made many of my patients chuckle and then quietly reevaluate their routines. For months, she said, I kept smelling something musty. I washed my clothes twice, changed soap, Nothing helped. She finally mentioned it to her doctor during a checkup. A quick exam revealed a buildup of old skin cells and trapped sweat in her belly button. Nothing serious, but enough to cause a persistent smell and mild irritation. Her doctor recommended daily gentle cleaning with a damp cloth and mild soap, followed by careful drying. The smell disappeared within days. Jane told me, laughing, "I felt silly but relieved. Who knew something so small could make such a big difference?" How to properly clean your belly button? Yes, really. If it's been a while since you gave your navel some TLC, don't worry, it's never too late to start. Here's a simple senior-friendly routine. Use a damp washcloth or cotton swab. Wet it with warm water and a touch of mild soap. Gently wipe inside the belly button. If your navel is deep, use a Q-tip, but don't dig too hard. Be gentle and thorough. Move slowly. Think of it like cleaning a fine piece of jewelry. No scrubbing, just mindful attention. Dry it completely. Use a clean towel or dry cotton swab to remove all moisture. Dampness invites bacteria. Avoid lotions or creams inside. Moisturizers can trap debris and cause irritation. Keep the inside dry. The outer skin can still be hydrated as needed. Check for signs of infection. Redness, itching, discharge, or swelling could signal a problem. If you notice any of these, talk to your doctor. Bonus tip: if you've had a belly button piercing even decades ago, that old piercing site can still harbor bacteria. Give it a little extra attention and don't be afraid to clean around any jewelry. Why this tiny habit makes a big impact? You might wonder, does cleaning your belly button really matter that much? The answer is yes, because it's not just about hygiene, it's about reclaiming awareness and ownership of your aging body. This simple act prevents odor, reduces skin irritation, protects against bacterial and fungal infections, restores comfort and confidence, especially in warmer climates or after exercise. Small acts of self-care done regularly help maintain your independence and dignity as you age. And it turns out your belly button, forgotten as it may be, plays a small but symbolic part in that journey. Coming up next, final thoughts, tiny habits, lifelong benefits. But first, why not take a moment to check your belly button? Just you, your mirror, and a new beginning. Let's take a moment to reflect. Coming up next, final thoughts, tiny habits, lifelong benefits. But first, why not take a moment to check your belly button? Just you, your mirror, and a new beginning? Let's take a moment to reflect. You've just walked through 5 body parts that are often forgotten, yet each plays a vital role in how well you age. Your tongue, your feet, your underarms, your nose, and yes, even your belly button. Now, these aren't flashy tips. They won't make headlines or go viral. But here's the truth. Real longevity doesn't come from massive changes. It comes from consistent, thoughtful care. Small habits done every day. That's what creates real, lasting change in your health. That you're still in this game, fully alive, fully aware, fully capable of living vibrantly, no matter your age. And the best part, you don't need expensive tools. You don't need complicated routines. Just warm water, gentle soap, and a little more attention. So what now? Start with just one habit. Maybe it's cleaning your tongue each morning or taking an extra minute to dry between your toes. And from there, build. Let your body respond. Let it thank you in small ways. Easier breathing, a fresher scent, stronger steps, more restful sleep. Before you know it, these little things will start to ripple outward. You'll feel the difference in energy and comfort, even in confidence. Let's keep the conversation going. Which of the 5 areas surprised you the most today? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And if any of these tips made you say, "Why haven't I done that sooner?" Give this video a like. It lets us know you're finding value and helps us reach more people like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical science-backed tips to help you live better. Longer, one mindful habit at a time. Because aging well doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it just starts with a fresh towel and a little curiosity. It lets us know you're finding value and helps us reach more people like you. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical science-backed tips to help you live better. Longer, one mindful habit at a time. Because aging well doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it just starts with a fresh towel and a little curiosity.